This is my original Purple Heart, the one they presented me and actually pinned on my bed sheet.
The path to his Purple Heart began when Larry Drawn was just a kid in school.
I was right around 14 years old. I was in 8th grade at Smith Middle School in Vandalia, Ohio, when it came over the intercom for the teachers to turn the TVs on.
He watched with his classmates in disbelief as the second plane hit the World Trade Center.
A ball of flame envelops the second of the World Trade Center.
Yeah, that was eye-opening for me that day. I mean, to know that someone come here and took advantage of us and found a vulnerability in our country and killed innocent Americans. Put a knife in my heart that day. Just it's like it's time to do something about it.
His chance to do something about it came 5 years later when he joined the Marines.
I wanted to serve my country, and I'd always remembered what had happened that day, and I was like, it's time to go bring guys home alive and fight for this country.
He took his bride with him to the Marine Corps base in Hawaii, deploying first to Iraq, where a suicide bomber killed several of his battalion brothers. When he learned in 2009 his second deployment would be to Afghanistan, Drawn sent his wife and infant son home to Dayton, well aware of the danger that lay ahead in Helmand Province.
I was on about my 5th mission over there. We were going to set up an ambush on known insurgents that were dug in. I was about the 8th guy in the patrol. 7 Marines ran across the danger area, and I was number 8. As I went to run, that's when I stepped on the bomb with my left foot and it detonated underneath of me. And that's when my whole life pretty much changed. I flew through the air, my whole life flashed in front of me. I could see my kids, my wife and my dad, who's no longer with us. I could just see him smiling, and just everybody I cared about flashed in front of me. So by the time I hit the ground, I had realized what had happened. My left leg was laying up by my head. They found my right foot still in the boot, up in the trees, I think they said. I told them, don't give me any meds or anything. I was like, let me fight for my life, because we knew it was going to be about an hour before I got to a medevac vehicle. They got me on the stretcher. My guys carried me for 45 minutes to an hour on a gurney to a medevac vehicle, and I felt my body kind of slipping away while they were carrying me, and I called my buddy over. I was like, tell my wife and my kid I love them, I'm not coming home.
Lance Corporal Drawn did come home 4 months later to a hero's welcome in Fairborn. But when the celebration was over, he had to learn to live without legs and 2 fingers and deal with the resulting anger and PTSD.
I started fishing and hunting and just being extremely involved with my kids, and I love to hunt. I love taking veterans hunting because I know what the outdoors has done for me. It's kind of filled that void in my life from not being around my brothers in arms.
And now he's an avid hand cyclist, often riding with a group called Warriors on Wheels.
So basically, I lay down on the bike and I crank with my arms. So yeah. It's a pretty good workout. It's fun.
Drawn could have easily been one of the more than 7,000 American service members the Department of Defense reports were killed in Afghanistan and Iraq, a heavy price to pay.
Do I think we needed to go get the guys that did that to us? 100% yes. I pray to God every day that it was worth it and we did the right thing, because I don't want to live with regrets.
Now that the war has come to an official end, I asked him what he thought about the final pullout.
It made me question a couple things over the last few weeks. Was this worth it? And I keep reminding myself, yes, it was.
That's because he hopes it helped prevent another 9/11, and he has no regrets about his own service. But he wants the country to regain the bond that united us after that fateful day.
We have to stand together like we did on 9/11 and never forget the ones that sacrificed their lives during 9/11, the ones that lost their lives on 9/11, and the ones that's lost their lives after 9/11 fighting for the men and women and first responders that passed away on that day.
In Dayton, Ohio, I'm Cheryl McHenry.